Everybody get hyped up for game one.
Here we are. We see a Stamper, E-Leader, Shot, Zap from Fuego, Calamari, and Ink Brush, and then V-Doolies with
in the heavy edit Splatling. So they're a shorter range comp, but a little faster in their play.
Aggro.
Yeah.
See how they adapt. Okay, early pick.
2 trades, back and forth in mid. Looks like Fuego's got a little bit of an advantage here, but the cooler does come out on the right side for Miku Beam. Dooley's pushing up, trying to take some space. Dodging bullets, unfortunately loses. Yeah.
That should give them the zone probably. See the brush back up a little bit there.
Yeah, they're a few points off. They're getting a little bit distracted here on the right by the brush, and actually, they're not even going to get the first point.
Yeah, the aggro comp makes it a little hard for them to push up even with those picks. So
yeah, big zip from Gabe. Gets one, trying to get a second camp before the recall.
See the whale come out, get one, go down on the right side, and then have
still not enough to flip though.
It's gonna be a little hard with the E-Leader pick against a comp like this to take that mid control. So.
Yeah, and that 52 actually is matching up really well, and that wall just stops the E-Leader from being able to stare him down, stops the Stamper from using its range.
Saw earlier sets with the 52 gal doing very strong, so it's a pretty hard weapon to go on one-on-one, and we see a pick there.
Yep, Gabe
maybe
dropping.
two, there's
nice.
two.
Going for one behind the block. Third.
Can't get that last pick.
Oh, they do it, and there's a jump in. That's 4.
Nice, and they flip the zone. They're going to get set up here. This is where the E-Leader is very strong in this top mid position, so this is what their comp was made to do, keep them out.
Yeah, but the whale does come out.
And a huge pick there, taking away the cooler from them on the...
Yeah, one does go down on the left side. A zip coming out to stall. Unfortunately,
looks like they pop a crab whale, using everything, and they flip. Or not, they haven't flipped yet. There's the flip.
Nice. Oh, what a
looks
big
like a
shot.
trade. And another brush kill. And a wipe.
Interesting. So now
brush pushing way up.
Yes, he's going to take a lot of space,
Dangerous
do a lot
position.
Whole lot of running here.
And gets another pick. That's so big.
Wow.
I mean, getting staggered like that puts you back another like 10 seconds on the counter. So I mean, it adds up fast, especially when you have a comp that is a little slower, so you have to get a lot more setup to get back in. And then we see another pick there, more of a trade though. A heavy deco on their bottom left, set up. This is a strong position for Miku Beam. It's gonna be, they're gonna have to.
Yeah, now you're getting desperate. The points are counting down. You gotta flip the zone somehow.
They're popping specials, but they go one down again. Sword's dead.
This is gonna be a big fight.
Drop right.
They're not gonna get enough paint
and another
down.
pick.
It's not enough. Miku Beam takes game one.
I mean, into that comp, they just had such a strong comp versus E-Leader.
Yes.
Like,
way too fast paced.
Yeah. It's very hard to take that control back, especially with those specials. You don't really have anything to push in there. So, I mean, go see. Maybe Rainmaker goes a little better for you.
Yeah, Rainmaker's still a fast-paced game mode though. So
yeah, but you can take away that the E-Leader weakness. You just have them pick them up, and so you have that a little bit more pushing power. So you don't have to rely on that back line as much.
But yeah, but your defense, you do take a hit on that. So maybe Mincemeat will be to that advantage because it's got more long ranges of sight. You can't move as fast across the
Definitely a slower
grates.
map compared to Inkblot.
Yes, so that extra range, that slower pace might play well to Fuego Calamari.
It's going to be harder for an aggro comp to push up here on this map compared to...
Yeah, they're probably going to have to rely on that 52 in the brush to dodge some shots and get in and start making them look elsewhere for the rest of their team to take the space.
I don't know if Red plays pencil, but this might be a good swap for that, just to go into another cooler comp with so fast, and the pencil is much more agile and able to take those closer fights.
Yeah, I believe Red is mostly exclusively E-Leader. That's their best weapon, so we'll see if they feel pressured enough to choose the pencil, but I believe we're going to see a similar comp out of
In an environment like this, though, it might just be better to stick to that comfort pick, as you don't want to switch it up and then have that affect your game plan. Let's see.
Right into it.
Looks like same comp into same comp? Both sides. I'm just going to run it back Rainmaker, see how this rolls out a little bit different. Pop in question is, I want to say maybe Fuego Calamari favored, just because they have a lot more bombs. Yeah, and they do get the pop.
Yep.
Not that big of a deal on this map, I don't think. It doesn't really cover mid, but
Yeah,
Seeing early cooler there.
And yeah, this Brush is just waiting behind the central pillar, waiting for a chance to dive in.
Get that cooler, but gets pushed out a little bit.
He's going to go
Pop
for the
a
right
crab.
side.
They're pushing up, but they go
get
2
taken
down.
out. They do get one in the trade with the crab.
They both sides go 2 down.
Ooh, big pick by the Stamper. Oh, but the Brush trades him out.
This Brush is getting so much value. It's just so hard to, with a slower comp, the Brush has so many opportunities to just shark and find those openings.
Yeah,
it's hard to sniff him out.
And it adds to the mental game, too, because you start wondering, you know, okay, where's the Brush?
Yeah, we haven't
Keep
seen
track
him in a
of
minute.
him. Yes, yeah.
And then those close 1v1s, it's a little different on land, and you get a little bit, maybe some nerves. It's so hard to get jumped by the Brush.
Yeah, some good movement from the Brush here to just paint a path.
Pushed up.
Yeah, this
See
is
how
their
far
job.
this Brush goes. Brush is very strong on pushing those grades, but Vic gets that kill and might have stopped the push for now. But it still gets one in that fight. That's a pretty big trade.
They do
Some
get
value
the
out
pop.
of that.
They're pushing him back just a little bit, waiting
See
for
a
some
whale
specials.
pop. Brush ones up, gets a trade. That's pretty good. But
Yeah.
they go 2 down, so maybe the push is dead. Here comes the cooler. Might be time to back up and get some mid control, but it looks like Brush will jump in on a wipe.
Now they're going to be on defense. They're
A little bit of an
range.
overextension there, maybe. Get a counter push pretty easily now, and they have specials. See a Zuka pop, doesn't get any picks, and we see a pop on the pop gets a kill there. Now this is a tough situation, and another pick
on their back foot.
And
Fuego
now we're pushed up with the
zip caster. If he gets one, that's going to be huge. Unfortunately, can't get a kill.
Doesn't get anything, but we're pushing all the way to 23.
That is a big push on this map. It's going to be hard to beat that. They're still going, honestly.
That was a nice 2 picks there.
Yeah.
See the Brush on, or not the Brush, the
Stamper.
Right.
He was the last one to go down, so now they're just going to try to get some point in.
Might be best to try to get some mid control, just to reset your game plan, charge some specials, get a push going, take some space.
Yeah, it's going to be waiting for
pop. This is a chance to push up. See a Ray pop, but gets picked off by the shot, and now a little tough here. But we see a trade there now. Pretty even right now with the crab pop.
Yeah.
Looks like he got one actually at the very end there, so that might be a big pick. And the Brush comes out of nowhere.
Gets one. So they're pushing up hard on the left side of Fuego Calamari's turf. Now, they do have the checkpoint down, so this is easy to score points on.
Yeah, but Rainmaker's all by himself. That's going to be the end of that push, it seems like. I'm just going to reset it again.
Yeah, they've got 2 in mid, trying to just hold the right, get some paint down, wait for their teammates to come back, and they can try again.
I think if they get a timing with the Brush, like if they push up a little harder with the Brush maybe, with that timing that they got from taking out the Rainmaker.
Yeah, big whale to push the E-leader out of position. Now, the 52 going through, getting one. Trying to set up some space. One goes down far left.
Not looking at the sword top right, but here comes the zip. That might be able to stop the Rainmaker for now.
Oh.
And it does. Can't hit the zip.
Yeah, there's a big distraction from the zip caster.
Big zip, and then the E-leader gets another, and its push might just be have to back up and wait. Seeing a lot of jumps and not a lot of them panning out, but we see the Brush sharking here. That's a huge, gets a huge pick there. Gets a 2. That's a crazy pick.
Still got to get the Rainmaker so they can make a push of their own, though.
I think Brush is one of my favorite weapons to spectate. Just always going on a little adventure somewhere.
Yeah.
You never know when it's going to pop up.
Always doing something and gaining value,
And
even if you don't
think.
think.
That's a huge pick on the crab. Oh! And another nice shot. That's going to probably shut it down. It's going to be hard to get the resources to get another push in the next 40 seconds. Last 30 seconds. They have a pick. The Brush is behind. They have a jump out. That's a smart. Gotta save some specials here.
Yep. You're going to use the whale to push in the
crab. Maybe a little early, but getting any picks here would be huge.
Yeah, they got to watch that top left. That's
Get
a huge
kill. A huge pick, and another drop right.
Oh my gosh.
And this could be.
Oh, what a big shot.
A huge pick onto the Rainmaker. Can they pop and pick it up? Bomb on the Rainmaker. That's going to be a huge bomb kill. They have to pick it up. These bombs, and that's going to be it.
And Fuego takes it.
Very close game, too.
Wow.
Saw some huge E-leader picks. Got a lot of value on that map.
Yes, yeah, honestly, that was the worry about that comp, was that the defense would be slower, and if if you miss, it takes so long to charge up that next shot. So some big shots coming out from Red at the end to stop that push and save by the skin of their teeth, really. So that was very close at the end.
Yeah. I think maybe the crab was popped just a tad early. Having that crab in that position is very strong, but your team's not there yet. So maybe just waiting like a tempo later to have that with the team. Then the E-leader doesn't pose as much of a problem, but those picks were huge, and we saw the E-leader hit shots on the crab earlier, so maybe...
Yeah, definitely like a little bit of a different order of the specials used, right? Using the whales first to clear out all the space, and then the crab to hold it as you push. Now, again, that might not have stopped those shots from going through anyways, right? Because Red is a fantastic E-leader, so, sometimes you just can't do anything about it. The opponent just plays better than you in
with
the
a
moment.
weapon like E-leader, if they're on, they're on. And it's hard to stop with all that range.
Very scary. Now, 1-1.
See how the brush getting a lot of value. On that map, it's a little hard to sneak around as it's very... all the different height levels, and it's pretty straightforward. So
yeah, and the grates where you have to run across, you can't really dive into cover.
Not a lot of shark spots.
No, yeah. So 2 maps going in the favor of either team, honestly. First one was won by Miku BEAMMMM that favored their comp, the faster, smaller map. Then the second one, Mincemeat, extended it, really gave Fuego time to build their pushes and utilize their backline to the fullest. So it'll be interesting to see what our next map is. And
I think it's Hagglefish Tower?
Yeah, Tower Control, Hagglefish
That's
Market.
a good E-leader map. It's very straight.
Yes.
Brush might have a little trouble just because there's not a lot of avenues to get in.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they do it. Now, they might just try to play for the distraction factor and just make everybody look their way.
Usually where the brush is the strongest. Just we see a junior come out now. Same comp. Or did they have a 52 before?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Same comp, and now they have a junior instead of a Zap. So no cooler is very interesting, especially...
Yeah, on Hagglefish, Tower Control...
Yeah, and a huge opening pick. 2 go down on the side of Miku Beam, and now we have Sword pushing up here. 3 go down, and that's a wipe to start the game. And they popped coolers, so that's some huge picks there, honestly. In a bubble, this is looking like a very strong push to start this game.
Yeah, granted, the tower does take its time to get to a point where you can really rack the score up.
We have the Inkzuka here in a very strong position, so...
Yeah.
And we're going to pop it, get 1. Good trade. Going for that... Playing the top right, and not able to get that pick, but pushing back, and another pick from the E-leader. I mean, Red is just popping off this set. What can you really do?
Yeah, and they're trying to clear out this right, get rid of this edit.
And the sword's in the top right.
Oh,
huge,
what a big kill
pick from the edit. I mean, if that sword gets that pick, I don't think that's going to be a hard way back in. Pop cooler to take back mid. Let's see. Popping some specials here. Let's see what we can get.
Going for the flank. The brush gets 1.
Ooh, barely dodges the E-leader shot. Staring you down that right side. Very tough to push in there.
Yeah, Junior fighting on the left side, just trying to stall for some time, using that wave breaker. 2 go down on the side of Miku Beam. Their whale does take a little bit of time off the clock, but they're still going down 1 by 1 by 1.
Yeah, and it looks like it's just back in control for Fuego Calamari. It doesn't look like they have as strong a position as they did their first push, but we have a zip here. They do pop a cooler and a whale though, so
Junior goes
looks like
down.
it might slow down, but the sharking, a good shark there, and we get pick, and then we go 3 down though, so looks like it's over. We're popping Zipcaster.
Oh, big kill. 2 down. Wow.
I mean,
great value out of the Zipcaster there. He was the last one alive, so he had to just stall to get his team back into it.
Yeah, now your team's back with a player advantage, and mid is up for grabs again. And you're back.
And
so
good kill on that jump in, protecting his leader. Great play by Gabe.
Right back in control. They have been controlling the pace of this game. Let's see what we gotta see what Miku Beam can bring here. It's very hard on this map with the brush to find value. Good trade there though.
Yeah, at this point, you got to just play for the trade and hope your team can use that.
Brush has to maybe take a little space and then have the 52 gal really punch them onto you. Take that space. So
yeah, 52 is good at fighting on its own, holding space.
You have the dualies as well. Brush dualies could push forward and then 52 can clean up.
Yeah, big whale here to try to clear that top right. They're getting bombs thrown at them from the junior.
Wavebreaker comes out, they get 1. Brush on the tower. They're just in their top right though. They do get a pick. Everyone's just top right now.
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
fight
Leader
around the
gets one.
tower.
Adenon jumps in, goes down. They grab top right, but for 2 down and a bubble, it's very hard to find any value with that grab. And then we just go 3 down and now, and then we jump out. So a strong push though. Just
Yeah, they cleared out the checkpoint, so they just had to get through that one to try and make one more push to match Fuego Calamari's. But they do go 2 down, actually, with the Stamper on a great spot on top of their tent. Trying to hold that space, they use the Zuka. So far, no specials on the side of Miku Beam.
2 down the top left area. Let's see.
They'll probably pop Whale here to try and push him
He
off.
goes down to the Wavebreaker maybe, and then you have a sword now, and it's a 3v3.
Oh,
and
that's a wipe!
Some huge picks, and we pop sword to just see what we can do here.
See if caster out. It's going to be hard for that 52 to try to slow it down.
Respawning players as much as possible. 52 got on the tower, goes down. This might be a KO, and that's the game.
Wow. What a push from Fuego Calamari there to end it and make a statement, really.
Yeah, I mean, these maps have been very strong for their comp, and they've been playing very well, so
yeah, they took a look.
Stop.
They took a look at their game plan after that first game and said, okay, you know, we're going to have some bigger lines of sight, and we're going to really use that. We're not going to change. We're not going to get panicked, and it's done well for them.
Yeah. And slowing down that brush is very vital into making sure you have the control of the space. So it looks like our next map is going to be Clamblitz Umami Ruins.
That's also another open map for Elier.
This might be a good brush one, though.
Yes, brush
versus
is
the other
good here.
two.
Yeah, you can hide around the mid and flank pretty easily.
On paper, might be a better map for Miku Beam now.
Yeah, they're still going to have to find a way to get through that long line of sight in mid with no real cover.
You have the upper area mid. You have
do.
that cover to get around.
You can get around to a point, but then eventually you're going to have to come face-to-face with that big laser, you know?
And it might be hard to push in with an E-leader on this map, too.
It could be. Now, it is Clam Blitz, right? So you don't have to push too far to get to the basket. So E-leader can honestly shoot almost from mid into the spawn of the opposing team. So it's tough to play around. But if you do get a faster pace game plan going, right, and you get clams in early, put them on the back foot, make them try to have to make pushes of their own, you know, it's going to be hard for the Elier team to come in and really make something from nothing without a few big picks early in the fights.
Yeah, I feel like having a lead in this comp matchup might be a huge factor as well, just getting that early push and then being able to hold versus having the pressure on you. I think that plays a big factor, very snowball-y.
Yeah, both games that Fuego Calamari has won, they've had a big push first, and then they've used that to try and, like, play a little slower, let the opponent come to them, let them make the mistakes, and then build another bigger push off of that pressure.
When you get a big push early game with that, especially with a comp with the E-leader, it's very easy to have your game plan come to play since they have to come to you.
All right, sounds like we're getting into Game 4. Can we hear it for a Game 5, possibly? Yeah? All right. Similar comps here. An Octo Brush instead of the Vanilla Brush.
Ooh, that Zipcaster might come into play.
Yeah, they're probably thinking they're going to try to pressure the backline with that a little bit more rather than the Whale.
I like that special a lot more than Whale. Easier to get value out of it.
Yeah, especially when you already have one on the 52 anyways.
And we stick with the Junior not going end zap.
Nope.
It's an early pick.
But this 52 is pushing up. They do get one in mid. Goes down. So equal trades on both sides, but Blue does have a little more control.
Fuego Brush goes down. Looks like Yellow might be able to push in here. We'll see. Get a ball now.
Yeah, some pushing through top mid. They
Three
get
on left,
two.
pushing together. This looks strong.
Zigcaster out. One has to jump.
They're pushing all the way in to fight this jump, but not able to chase him down. But they do get it all mid control, and now they're pushed up under the basket. They need to get a ball here.
Yeah, they need some more.
Oh, and 2 down. The bomb hits the crab, and they go 3 down. That's so unfortunate.
Man.
I mean, that's just unlucky. What can you really do?
Yeah, and they didn't even have the clams to score is the worst part. So that big push was for nothing, really.
They didn't got a lot of value there. We see the Octo Brush out in mid. It's hard to create space with the Octo Brush. You gotta. It's a weird give and take with the team comp.
Yeah,
Gotta have the paint to create the space, but get a huge flanking kills 2, gets a 3rd.
Okay.
And now they're right back in control.
And they have a ball this time to take the space.
And they have a zip caster.
Yes, he's probably going to throw some bombs and wait. Zipcaster's going to come out soon.
Find that Zipcaster if they can.
Yep, here comes the Zipcaster from the Octobrush. Using it to go after the back line, going for the E-Leader. Gets the E-Leader.
Get the E-Leader, but the rest of the team goes down.
They don't know about the recall.
And a jump, they get the 52 gets a kill on a jump, but it doesn't look like they have any clams is the problem. And a trade there, looks like the push might be over, but they still have a lot of control in mid. Might be able to just reload and go again. Yeah. And now we have a crab. Popping crab, maybe a little early, but they get a pick, so who am I to say?
They're holding their space really well. They're trying to support their 52 that was far up there. Now they've got clams. They're ready to start another push, but they do go one down from the E-Leader. So they got to hold mid.
Looks like Fuego Calamari is popping some specials of their own to take mid back.
Yep.
See, they get a pick on the brush.
2 down. They just have to back up.
Backing up. And now they might have, they don't have a clam yet, but it looks like they have the clamage for one.
Yeah, they definitely have enough to make one. They're using their stamper to take the top left here. Zip caster.
Looks like we have Zip, but are we going to be able to stay alive?
Let's see.
Pop crab once again. And the brush drops down. That's a huge pick. Just sacking a little bit too slow there, it seems like. They would have just...
Wow.
And they open. And that's a huge push.
Down to 36. Miku Beam keeps capitalizing off of one picks and snowballing so fast on this team. Fuego doesn't know what to do to defend it, really.
Such a huge tempo switch there. I mean, just having the faster comp, being able to get like 2 picks and then just immediately score.
Yeah, this heavy edit, getting cooler down, trying to hold mid for their team.
Yeah, and then having a cooler versus not having a cooler seems like a big factor of just how aggressive you can play.
Yeah, especially it allows you to make more mistakes and recover from them quicker, so you get more and more chances throughout the game.
Kill there. And they go 2 down.
Oh, and then
they're cornering the guy on the right.
52 stuck on an island. He does get 1.
Oh,
gets
but
they win
they win the 1v2. Oh, but the sword comes in and just cleans that up, but that slows them down significantly.
Yes, wow. That was a big play from the 52 to hold there.
Yeah. See a zip caster. Oh, go down. Now it's right back in mid control. See a sword on left. We're going to go down 2, and Miku Beam has just been in control this entire game.
Yeah, now, there was a big pick from the E-Leader there. That's what Fuego Calamari needs to get started. 52 is sharking on the bottom left, waiting for somebody to drop or come in range.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge position for the 52.
They do reveal themselves. They don't get a pick. And
then we see a bubble. Might have just have to back up. Forcing the bubble there is pretty good value, honestly.
Yeah.
And a crab. Sure, we're just trading specials, but we do get the pick.
Frag. Nice. And they try to push
and
up,
they
but they get the brush. Now, there was cooler out on the field, so they're going to be back quick. This heavy edit is still in mid, and they still have to clear out the 52, so it's a tall task to ask.
Still sharking on right. I mean, 52 is such a strong weapon.
Yeah,
very good into the shooters on Fuego Calamari. Just can't fight it one-on-one, but
desperate Zipcaster there. Does
get 1. That's huge.
They're 2 down. Goes in.
Does not able to get the 3rd, and we see a
Zipcaster of their own. They get a trade. Will they have time to get a score?
They have the clam. They have to score 71. Yeah. And they go down once again. 52 just cleaning up. I mean,
it's only the E-Leader left. They don't have enough time. They're going to have to make one last push. I hope they get a couple good picks here.
I mean, it's looking dire. There's not a lot of...
And that's it, unfortunately. That's 2-2. That's a game 5 in this set here. You know, like we said, it was a faster map. Miku Beam came out and played quicker. They used the cooler versus the non-cooler comp. They just kind of overwhelmed them.
And the 52 guy getting a lot of value there.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so hard to fight that one-on-one.
That 1v2 that they won was huge. It would have allowed Fuego Calamari to start their own push and try to score that 70 that they needed to take the lead.
Yeah, that was kind of the dagger in that game. I mean,
it was. Yeah, when you have, you go 2 down and then you have one guy left alone in mid, and the other team can't kill them and they can't get that push going. That's huge. It slows the game down so much, takes so much time off, and it completely wipes out a huge opportunity for the other team. So not only is it good for the game plan, it's a huge hit to the morale of the other team if you can't capitalize on those plays.
Now we have an elimination game. Game 5. Zones once again.
On Robo Ramen.
I mean, this is a smaller map. We might see the brush.
It is. It's a very weird two-layered map with the underpass and then the different height elevations now. It is splat zone, so yes, it is splat zone. So it's definitely going to be like a matter of can we get our E-leader set up and anchored in and then not let them get flanked.
Yeah, I think the heavy edit's a very good pick on this one, just because of how close quarters it is, how fast you can be.
Yes, and then it's going to be a key on how that brush really approaches the flanks, because I know they're going to harass the E-leader on the wall. They're going to go around and try to make the whole team stop looking at their other front lines. That's when the 52 comes in and tries to clean up from the other side.
They're just trading off the focus. So.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, 52 go very strong into this comp.
Yeah, you
very good on this map.
Can't 1v1 the 52, so you have to devote at least 2 players to try and take it out efficiently.
And then the brush comes in from behind and gets 2.
Yes, it's very hard to deal with that. And then the whole meanwhile, you still got 2 other teammates running around doing their own thing, trying to build up crabs and farm coolers so that their teammates can get back into it quick. It's very hard to deal with. Let's go for game 5.
Here we go. Stick with the Octo Brush.
Yep. No changes. Actually, a junior was swapped out for the Zap for that cooler on Fuego Calamari. Yep. So we're going to try to keep up with the speed of the other team. Just painting for now in mid.
First early cap. Wait for the cooler, and then they start taking action. But the 52 gal goes down without cooler, so that might slow him down a bit. Might not have the strength they need, but another trade there now. Cooler out. Oh, some good picks there. Yeah, but they're already back just because of cooler.
They do get the cap, though, and they've got a lot of space taken on both sides of the flank, so it's going to be up to Fuego to try to clear out the sword and the Zap coming in on the left side, getting 1. Yeah, actually, 3 go down in that. We missed that on the right side. It was a 2v1.
And they flip the zone back, and now just a heavy edit fighting for their life. You see a Wavebreaker come out. I think the Wavebreaker actually gets the pick, and now a Zipcaster. He's trying to stagger them as much as possible, and they'll get the pick. That's huge.
Low penalty. They're going to start scoring some points soon.
Yeah, now the brush flanking right with the crab. You see a Zipcaster come out.
Yeah, the crab's going to back him up.
Flip. Low penalty again, and the sword goes down for Fuego Calamari, and a low penalty. This might be close.
Yeah, but the 52 does sneak through. Gets 2.
Gets 2.
Keeps going.
Can get a 3rd here, maybe. No, not able to pick up the 3rd, but that's going to be a lead swap, and now Miku Beam's just pushed up, and they get a pick on the Zap. Brush pushed up, gets another one on the sword. That is so big. That's going to...
Even though you get traded out there, you can't be too unhappy with that. You're in their spawn, you're taking time.
They force a Inkzuka and still get a trade there. That's huge. Now
big value.
Wavebreaker come out.
Fuego Calamari trying to cap. Down. Here comes the crab though, so you're gonna try to get a flank on it, but somebody saw it coming. They do lose the 1v1, so now you got a flank on the crab. You're gonna try to flip while the rest of the team is not looking. So Fuego does stop the push.
But they go down again. And now they're going to be able to flip it back and control.
Yeah, cooler comes out, so Miku Beam is going to try to push off of this. They did lose the point and get a penalty on them, but now they're back in control. They're trying to whittle it down and score some more for that last 22 that they need.
Yeah, they're just eating through that penalty. They're popping specials now. Zuka comes out, doesn't get anyone. Wavebreaker and Cooler come out. They all go immediately 1 down. Looks like a trade.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to get in now. They do get a flip, though, so they gain themselves some more time. This 52 is just bunkered in. They do get taken out trying to come up off the wall.
It's a big pick. They have Cooler now, so now's the time to push up. They get another pick onto the dually.
Stamper recalls. Fuego Calamari's got a lot of paint on the board, but they're not through that bottleneck just yet. 52's coming in to try to stop them. Here comes a Zipcaster from Miku Beam.
Trying to find that E-leader pick. Not able to get anyone. Azuka out from Fuego Calamari actually gets a pick there.
And there's actually a very low penalty. There's no penalty.
This might be the lead.
This is the lead for Fuego Calamari.
Fuego Calamari takes the lead.
They get 1 on the brush, too, so it's going to be hard.
They're popping specials and not able to. They only get 1. Here comes the Wavebreaker, but it's Cooler.
52 goes down. They're going to have to win the paint war. E-leader just tap-shotting, trying to hold on as the dualies push up.
Sword and brush. Sword gets a kill. That's a huge pick. 3v4. 52 got pushing up.
Just painting. 52 gets taken out. Here comes the Zipcaster. Nobody's got the cap.
The Zipcaster gets 2.
He gets 2. Can he get the 3rd? No, heavy
Can
edit
can they hold?
neutralizes.
Heavy edit has to do
3,
something here. They
2,
go down.
1. Fuego wins!
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What a comeback.
Wow.
Electric.
That was, holy cow. Fuego Calamari snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
I mean,
Wow. Listen to that crowd. They love that.
that's so big. They move on to losers finals. They'll be playing filler.
Yep. It's Power, Hunty, Keen, and Nolan, a powerhouse.
I mean, you got to give credit to Miku Beam. They played great, though.
They did. They had an interesting game plan. They executed it well, you know, and at the end of the day, they had 2 good pushes there. They had control for a lot of that game, but Fuego able to put it together when it mattered the most and get that win. Wow.
Yeah.
Give it up for both teams. Fuego